Greetings, Pillar Nexus, the Ancient Gladiator. Today with Sleeve and Chat. So, I have a free chat room set up. Hopefully, people drop in and check it out. If anyone has any questions for me, hopefully, we'll leave it in that chat and I'll cover it during this video. I can't really take a chance on the live stream because video quality. It's one thing if I was just doing the audio only stuff, but I don't think even the 15-second delay would be enough. Alright, type in recording now. Okay, recording now in chat. I have the schedule for it for December 31st of this year. Depending on how things are set up, might actually do that stream. Yeah, these are cards for The Witcher Old World. Because I want to do the video, but not until after I've got everything sleeved. Okay. Monster attack. Monsters. Alchemy. Okay, careful not to show too much the other sides of some of the cards because of the... they're supposed to be kind of a secret. These trophies are very specific to getting your stats up to a certain level. Yeah, those are called on by certain exploration cards, so they're supposed to be a secret. This is like the Fallout or Tales of the Arabian Nights situation of the person to your left or right reads off the thing, and then you have to decide. I would prefer not to go over all this, over each of the cards and, spoil it for me before I really get to mess with it with my other players. I'm going to try to keep them as secret as possible. The various school trophies for beating your opponents. Those are starter decks. And reference cards. Speaking of board games with lots of cards I'm going to have to sleeve, I've got one more coming. I'll know when it gets here, that's for sure. But it's probably going to be the last core game plus expansion purchase I do. See here. I'm going to try to keep this consistent. gonna say I don't want to open them too close to the microphone because of the crinkly nature of the plastic. Alright. Yeah, they got a ton of these card sleeves in because I thought, oh, if they're in packs of 50, I'm only going to need 6 of them because I still have some leftovers. But nope, there are packs of 100. Oops. Yeah. That's fine. If they get in expansions for The Witcher Old World, I'll probably pick those up after my tax return comes in. Alright. So yeah, one of the things I was worried about happening today was jury duty. I lucked out by just the barest minimum. If you're within this number range, you got to come in, and if you're in this other number range, you don't have to. So I don't have to worry about jury duty for the rest of the year. Last major time got into it is like I don't think I'd be a good fit. You know, I'm always having to struggling with paying attention and stuff. So we've got players turn reference cards after the fight reference card. Dice poker results. Oh yeah, it was one of the things I got for. Originally, I was getting the dice for Civ and Udon. I was like, okay, I'm left with 5 of each color. Now what? So now each player has their own set of 5 dice. They actually sell an expansion, an enhancement kit for this game, so that everyone can have their own set of 5 dice. But it's stupid ass expensive. As is the coin set. The combo effects, players fight turn. Witcher versus Witcher, Witcher versus Monster. And then the solo turn reference, which I'm going to make use of. Yeah. Yeah, apparently we screwed up on one of the rules for the final, which I will cover when I do the official the actual video for the game. All these sleeves are stuck together. So I'm gonna put the players' specific cards. Will they fit? They might. I may need larger bags for some of them. That's fine. The long story short, the only way you can get a trophy from defeating another Witcher is if you're the attacker, not if you're the one being attacked. That would have changed everything, I think. Because I would have made a second attempt on my following turn to get that last trophy. But it's fine. I have this copy now, and that's all that matters. We are past the halfway point of the Board Game League. I'm going to be running a game next week so that We'll just mix up the, you know, how many people are actually bringing games, you know. Because there was a league where one person was the only person bringing games for 5 out of the 6 weeks. And it just doesn't really seem right. I know they've got good taste in games, but I think it's more appropriate for a league to have a more, you know, everyone contributing their own game to the selections. Oh yes, the school trophies, which you take from someone if you beat them in combat. Very, very sick burns underneath the flavor text. Yeah. School. You know, I never got into the Harry Potter series. I know people love that. And people still like it even with regard to certain things. But I never got into it because when I was a teenager, when I was on the verge of becoming a teenager, my grandma got me into the Apprentice Adept series. Most of that series is a blur. Aside from the pool of Jello and I don't remember if it's from this or something else, but a mouse clinging to the nose of a dragon. Yeah. Aside from those two like major moments, the rest of it's kind of hard to remember. Just have my favorite unicorn though. I also remember as a kid having a book about Isun Boshi, a 1-inch boy. That one was fun. One guy works as a bodyguard at a castle or something. Defeats these Oni, including one by going down his throat and stabbing him with a needle. And then getting this magic hammer to become big. It's a fun one. Also, Beowulf. That story. I have to reread that one again because it's been a while. Dark fantasy adventure. I want to play more Darklands, I think. I printed out the reference card and the abbreviations page for the manual and the world map. I'll put the school cards each with the player reference. I'll shove those into their respective bags. The max level trophies. But yeah. Darklands is hard. I'm really gonna put in some effort to figure it out better and maybe make some more progress into it. Or just go into it with a whatever attitude and have fun that way. I still have Baldur's Gate 2 on the back burner. I still have Morrowind on the back burner. I have so many of these, what I'm calling my toe in the water games, because I dip my toe in for like a half hour and it's like, okay, I made the video, I'm done. I don't need to come back to it. Other games I've actually managed to put some more time into, but are still kind of unfinished. Q Remastered, Baba Is You, Chips Challenge. Those are all puzzle games, and I'm just like, I'm noticing a pattern here. The games I seem to care about coming back to are the puzzle games, but even then, they're still not finished. Alchemy. The art for this game is really nice. I really, really like it. I should get back to my own art in quotation marks with an asterisk and a notation number. I don't know what it was. I think the one thing I'm consistently doing is my logos for my thumbnails for my videos. That's what I got going for me, art-wise. Otherwise, what I've got going for me is Quake 2 enemy rejects. Other crazy stuff. I'm not good at drawing humans because I don't really practice, because I don't really like people. There's a lot of creative stuff I've kind of left behind that I want to get back to. I've got some stuff for a stitching project I really, really, really want to do. I don't know if I'll do it on video, but I saw something on like eBay and it's like, that's cool, it's not in my size and it's not exactly the color I want. I'm going to try making that for me with my own choice of material. So we'll see how that turns out. Okay, stretch break because my back kind of hurts from being hunched over like that. I need to get in some more exercise in some way or another if I'm gonna be off work for any day, because gotta do something other than scroll through Twitter. Freaking Twitter, just drama. Fuck it. I want to see more happy shit, you know? I'm happy seeing the people who love Hollow Stars. I love seeing the people are happy with, their indies, and other stuff. Seeing Rosemi get perms for Tekken is really fucking awesome. You go, girl. There's a lot of good stuff to eclipse all the bad shit. Really. Just gotta be more positive in that regard towards that. You know, graduations are going to happen, terminations are going to happen, scandals are going to pop up, but the more important thing is to support the positive, the creative, the progress that can be made. Let's hear it for the good things in the VTuber world. Because that's ultimately what matters in the end. Sweet sound of shuffling. Probably shuffle it more later though. I kind of miss. I don't like what they've done with Magic the Gathering, but I kind of miss just having a Magic the Gathering deck to just kind of mess with. I like having physical cards. That's kind of why I've been picking up a lot of dead card games and spending less time on the digital ones. I stopped logging into Shadowverse and Gwent. I don't care about the daily shit anymore. I'm done with both games. I could uninstall both. There's always that little chance in the back of my imagination to, oh hey, I missed this game. I might just give it another shot. We'll see what happens. A lot of games I can come back to, like Anarchy Online, Kingdom of Loathing, World of Warcraft. Quake Live. Quake Live I can always come back to because I've effectively paid for it by. So it's funny. It was like Quake Live is going to be on Steam. Do you want to link your old browser version account to count as having paid for it? I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. So that saved me the trouble of having to pay for that one. I easily had over a week of time in the browser-based version, and I have like probably around 500 plus hours in the Steam version. So that's almost 700 hours in Quake Live. Probably less than that because of all the sessions that were just me logging in, trying to get the game to not crash on me, and have it crash on me. I still can't believe it was that easy to freaking fix the damn situation. Well, this little system they have for monsters, like, okay, declare round, charge or bite, and then you'll flip up the card and you'll resolve that one. Either straight up damage or conditional. I really like the combat system for this one. It's a good deck builder type of combat. See, I like it when it's a deck build combat, but it's only the card based and doesn't add anything else. I love City Remnants to death, but man, the cards plus dice is brutal. That's my same issue with the Forbidden Stars too. We're gonna see the monsters. Arrakis. Yeah, monster and then defeat monster per trophy. I kind of like how fairly straightforward of a game this is. Your goal is to kick ass and take trophies. Everything you do is towards the betterment of your capacity for kicking ass. Yeah. I should bring in Neuroshima X one of these days. It's another straightforward game of kicking ass. But it's also got this tactical element to it as well. Everyone's favorite, I think. I should go back to the freaking Witcher. To that game, because I got through that first chapter and it's like... Okay, I know the combat's kind of tricky, but I feel like I should finish that game. It is more content after all. And that's what I'm starting to run low on for ideas. Yeah, this is my book of writing my plans down. PC games, game shorts, singing, Project Showdown, the RPG shorts, PC games, I think I already covered that. Hardcore, Pillarless tabletop games, yeah. I'm basically down to, if I figure in the next couple of Pillarless tabletop game videos, there's The Witcher, there's something. There's 2. There's the shorts for everything I've done up to that point. So Cyberpunk, Dwarfsfall, Civ, A New Dawn, Alchemist, The Witcher Old World, and something. Makes another 6. So there's 8. 8 videos right there. There's still Thief and Civ 5 to cover, so that's 10. Project Showdown was another 5 videos planned. That's 15. The RPG shorts, I wrote down 9. So there's 24. Singing is another one if I want to. There's 25. Hardcore Challenge is another 2. It's 27. There's the next live stream for Advanced Civilization. That's 28. There's maybe doing another live stream chat. That's 29. Maybe 30 if I want to do 2 more of those. So there's at least, if I stretch it out, to do one every other day, there's potentially 2 months of stuff I can do. I can always revisit the costume shorts concept, even though it's February. It's going to be February. There's working on my stitching as a video idea as well. There's painting. There's revisiting the Toe in the Water games, just to give them another chance, and maybe make some more progress on those. I've got those ideas at least, and it's better than being completely out of ideas. But I just can't really kick the feeling that I'm running out of ideas. Oh, the anime watch along. I still have Shamanic Princess in my freaking Blu-ray player. I'll watch that. I have other things I could probably do watch-alongs for. I have a whole freaking rack of movies and anime and TV series. I keep thinking, what about reading? What about a video of reading something? You know, that's another one. In my head, I was kind of joking, like, oh, hey, maybe I could read the historical notes for Darklands as a video. But in all seriousness, it's entirely possible to do videos about reading. Okay. If not the Barghest, probably the Striga is like everyone's favorite, I think. Okay, Witcher fans, which one is your favorite? Striga or Barghest? Out of these two. Or neither, let me know. Yeah. So I very rarely get polls, get any traction. It's like I'll ask this question on Twitter and I get like no response. It's like there's this massive gap between the people that are subscribed to me on YouTube and the people who are following me on Twitter. It's like, what is going on? This one was my personal favorite from freaking Gwent. Armor equal to the cards in your hand when you play it. So it's a 15 power. It's like, holy shit. Alright. Now off to the Venture decks. Drink my drink of choice for today. Mountain Dew Voltage. We're almost through this. Probably a third of the way. Yeah. But yeah, they'll be like... They'll read this, they'll read off the options, and then depending on your choice, will determine what happens next. I don't want to spoil too much from this. Even though I plan to play it solo. Wait a minute, we'll just, hold on. So it'd be a speck of dirt on this. Oh yeah, watch me play it solo for this game. It's always an option. I don't even really play games solo anymore. It's just I have a I've gotten so wrapped up in just watching the chaos of Twitter and the general VTuber thread on TV tropes forums. Excuse me. And then the virtual YouTubers subreddit. And just random shit on the news and everything else. I don't really do much anything else but read or watch or listen. And I need to probably step away from that kind of environment for my own sanity. It's like I know this is all, some of this is probably speculation and rumors and shit, but it's hard not to pay attention. It's hard to ignore the train wreck, you know? It's like, oh no, this is horrible. People are suffering and there's fire everywhere. But why am I so compelled to watch? You know? Which is why I want to, again, focus on positive stuff a lot more. A lot of what these people are doing is inspirational. So it's like, okay, I need to work on my own shit powered by that inspiration. And, maybe have the stream on the side while working on my stuff. Because lately I've been just wrapped up in Minecraft as well. Watching streams on my phone for videos. I've been watching a lot of these. Someone breaks down their iconic roles or songs from GQ on YouTube. Really interesting. What's even more curious, like, what gets left out? Like, for Paul Giamatti, the movie Shoot 'Em Up doesn't get mentioned. It's like, really? I'm kind of surprised. And I was hoping to find one from Clive Owen, but I guess he hasn't done one of those yet. Anyway. But it's really cool to hear how passionate they are about, some of the work they're doing, or hearing them talk about how cool they think some of their co-stars or other people they're working with are. It's like, oh, that's nice. It's nice that you're thinking about the other people you're working with and pointing out the good stuff they're doing as well. I haven't really gone out to see a live action movie in the theater since I want to say the last Star Wars movie. The last major entry. I've just been more focused on trying to catch anime. Like before last year was over, I got to catch The Boy and the Heron, which is interesting. Look at that. Yeah, these ones do get shuffled. Yeah, one of these decks does not get shuffled. I'm half tempted to make card stock boxes for some of these. I've made card stock boxes for some of these before, and they're not too hard. Just making sure I get the folds right and the little side flaps for like the lid and everything. Oh, yeah. I have so much card stock left, I'm not sure what to do with it. Always work out another game idea or something. I've got my box of board game ideas open and next to me on the ground because I want to get to work on getting things figured out for the cards and the rules for some of them, and then this year just make it my mission. Get them out, get them tested, get the rules down, fix any holes in the rules and the strategies, and decide if it's going to be worth publishing the idea in the first place. There are a million different little games about getting a handful of points from different things, and I don't really like doing that for my ideas, I think. I have far too many games that instead involve fighting. Like, there's one, one of the games I have that doesn't involve combat is an unnamed witch game, which I think should be my main focus, precisely because it is just so different in that regard. I also want to figure out a game with the stat block that I featured on my Twitter the other day. Strategy, creativity, audacity, rules, endurance, luck. Rules, luck, endurance, teamwork. Scarlet. The idea of the stats you would have as a gamer, a tabletop gamer. So it would be a game about playing games. Rather silly in that meta of sorts. There is one game I've seen that is like a game about playing games. They're called Edition Wars. You're trying to get people to play your edition of a role-playing game at a convention or something. I'm trying to get people over. And to that end, there's your skills. I forget exactly what the skills are, though. Logging, talking, something. I'm at a loss for that memory. I was very much steeped in the gaming culture of the time. It's always something to think about whenever a game is brought up is what was going on in the time period it was being made. You know, how far along was online culture? Was TV still a big thing? Or especially now we're moving on to like streaming and stuff. Even though there's still people that would rather have, watch stuff on TV normally with dish or cable. I have this antenna for my TV that I rarely use, but one of the channels I was getting was NHK World. News in Japan and other stuff and other things. There'd be stuff about people working in Japan. Historical things. Cooking. I'm still holding on to my dream of going to Japan. Even though it's going to be a long shot by now. My 38th birthday was not too long ago. I'm going to be 40 in less than 2 years. And it's like, what am I doing? I haven't really accomplished all that much. I need to do something. Do I? These ones are numbered. These are the ones that are actually referenced by these cards. The City and Wilderness. So it's kind of Fallout-esque in that regard. Okay. Yeah. Second one. Oh. What else is going on lately? The out-of-city assignment from work went decently. Aside from one little snag early on. But, I would prefer not to go out of city for work again, if it can be avoided at all. Just for the better to stick to stuff that's here in town. Just do that work. But I guess that's just what they do for that situation. And next week, they scheduled something the same day. I already have something else planned. It's like, I absolutely have to go to this. I'm gonna need to be out of here by this time. Like, okay, just come in and work for this. Work until that time then. It's like, shit. I'm gonna be traveling on foot from work to the thing I'm gonna have to do after work. I'll probably end up stopping by home to pick up my stuff for the other thing. It's like, I would just like to save the trouble and not have to work that day, but I guess they need all the help they can get, especially at this point. So it's like, alright, I guess coming in for 2.5 hours. Yeah, as long as things don't get out of hand regarding certain kinds of situations, I may just have to stay there. Because, they're giving me the hours. It's the stuff that I'm alright with doing. What else is there for me to do? Can't really use my associate's degree as an administrative professional because I'd either have to have a car or work from home. And as I've made it clear in previous talks about this kind of stuff, I want work and home to be as far the fuck away from each other as possible. This is my hobby, so I'm cool with having this at home. But if I ever got like to, professional VTuber agency job, I would probably want to have like an office that I can go to. Where things can be set up. I can have someone as kind of a secretary watching for dealing with calls and letters and everything else. Or a manager watching my ass for who I'm dealing with and keeping me on the ball. Because once I'm done with, streaming or other content, I want to be able to lock it up and go home and detach from that compartment of an occupation. I go home, the last thing I want to be obsessing over is work. Things get into my imagination and they root themselves in, and it's hard to get them out if I haven't really figured out how to sort them out of my head. Stretch break. Hey. Hey. Oy. More drink. You. Oy. Yeah, no disrespect, but I don't think I could ever be an agency YouTuber. It's just, this is the pace. This is my pace, and I'm going to keep going at it because it's what I want to do. It's how I want to do things. Can always stand to improve the technology. Can always have, something better than this in terms of mobility and interactivity and emotion. Yeah. But doing this my way has gone well enough for me that I'm not really incentivized to do it differently right now. Now, if I get, monetized and I get better technology and stuff, then I should step up my game. I should have better thumbnails, better, a better look, actual music, because I don't really want to mess with the music side of things because I just don't know what this platform is going to do sometimes. Start playing other games, even though I really don't care much for recent shit. And most of all, collabs. So this is, it's not a big thing, I think, but it's something to keep in mind as an option, is the collaborative effort with other people to make content and have fun and entertain people that way. Yeah, this deck does not get shuffled. Isha. Excuse me. We're reaching in here. We'll save the player specific starter decks first. And make sure these are sorted out. The thing is who would I actually work with, because I don't have any mutuals in terms of other content creators. A lot of people I follow who are content creators, they don't follow me. There's maybe like one exception. But they just do stuff on Twitter. That's it. I should try to get Discord going again. I'll just get a link, just bite the bullet and post it on freaking Twitter. I refuse to call it X because it's not. It's such. Who thought that was a good idea? It's dumb. X is a dumb name for something. It's just too easy to. By itself, it's just. It doesn't mean much. Now, it's got something with it, like. X Games, or X Play, or Mega Man X. See, that's memorable. But just X by itself. Twitter was the better brand name. And it just sounds more fun that way. I'm going to keep knocking this thing with my arm. I'm going to move it the fuck out of the way. There. Those could probably scoot up a little bit. Brands. What does it mean to have a brand? What is my brand? Exactly. This. Demonic Skeleborg. The MS Paint thumbnails that get a lot of views. If I can reuse one of my MS Paint creations, I will reuse it because making new shit is an absolute pain in the ass. So. Save time. Reuse. And recycle. So I still want to figure out a name for the fan community. Maybe something for like fan art. I'm not good with memes, but it's maybe something for memes too. I don't know. I keep rolling around in my head the idea of the Rise of the Iconoclast storyline and Echo Tracer as a separate Twitter account. Something to stretch my creative writing muscles there. And be that line of content that way. But I just really don't have a lot of ideas on where to go with it. With the way things are now in terms of crazy VTuber shit, I don't know if that storyline is worth making use of anymore. If it would be in good taste at all. because of who I have in mind for the Iconoclast herself. But maybe there's other creative writing stuff I could work on as well. Uncity is still in the back of my head, still haunting my nightmares. It's like, it's another avenue for creativity, even if the last few things I did with it for my channel didn't really amount to much of anything. Just like rolling around ideas in my head. It's like, show me this, tell me about this world, tell me about its people, tell me what they do, tell me what they have to worry about, and my imagination will go from there. Then I actually get into, I look into role playing, and it's like, I can't really get into being the character. Because I'm better with thinking about the worlds than being an actual part of it that way. Is that weird or something? Okay. Finish this. What else? Yeah, I think I'm running out of stuff to talk about. I still have one stack of cards left to do. And I'm thinking I'll save those. I will work on these while the video's uploading. And it's called good. It's there's a lot of personal stuff I'm sorting out too. It's finding my confidence, finding inspiration, just going forward with everything I got, and just making something. And sticking with it and seeing something through to completion, to know that it works. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I've probably got at least 2 more months of definitive content that I have planned. And we'll see what happens after that. Alright. Thanks for watching. This has been Pillar Nexus, and I'll see ya for the Pillar Less Tabletop Games episode of The Witcher Old World. See ya.